What is good? Welcome to today's trade recap. Ended up taking two trades, one win, one really nice win, and one break-even trade. Went really light on the second one. Just was really confident in it on the higher time frame draw and 10 a.m. power of 3 or 4 candle, whatever you want to talk, whatever you want to call it. Ended up making. That ain't right. See right here, I made 470. Well, with fees and everything. 463.5 across 3 accounts. Oh, that's why. I'm an idiot. 460. Why am I taking? Across 3 evals, $1,390.05. Across evals. So, getting into the actual recap for today, I actually saw kind of 3 pretty nice trades, mainly 2. But let's get into this. So, overnight, we did inverses for a gap. We were sitting, leaning bullish, but short-term bearish, especially towards this new week opening gap. I wanted to get filled, or not filled, but tapped into again. We also have this 4-hour below, as well as ES. I actually was in a short position during Asia session towards right here, towards this new week opening gap. Ended up getting taken out almost to the tick at break even. But overnight, all you can see we are trending lower. If you look at the hourly time frame here, clearly bearish. We were kind of sitting around the 780 level at open. But if you look here, off of open, right here, okay? So I was saying immediately off of open, if we ended up, or pre-market, sorry, for the 9:30 bell, we ended up putting in this relative equal low with London. London really wasn't anything special, in my opinion, wasn't anything standing out, but it was kind of a swing low, and it's London session low. It's a nice draw to have. So off open, I was saying I wouldn't mind just getting immediate Judas swing off of open and getting a short. But what do? We do end up manipulating this London low, and I'm not going to be strictly bearish from there just because we took out London low. London low wasn't anything significant. Yes, we were inside of this 1 hour below, but previously this week, I think on Tuesday, had something similar where we're rejecting here, we're rejecting out of this gap here, we're rejecting here. So you kind of want to sit and be patient on a day like that and be patient to what we're doing, where's price going. And I just wanted to see some direction in price and get kind of a condition to have and just let price do its thing for a little bit. So we end up taking a London low. We end up putting in, I think this was a 5-minute intermediate high here, or it just started a 5-minute gap. So there was a 30-second inversion directly off of open here, targeting these relative equal highs. Really nice play if you took it, shout out. But we end up coming into this 5-minute gap. Clearly, you can see price, we don't want to push higher here. This is a sign we're having these wicks and we're rejecting lower. Obviously, buyers cannot take over in this position. We do end up putting in a SMT here. This is the start of the 5-minute on the S&P 500. We make a bearish SMT. We do inverse this 2-minute gap here, but I was waiting for extra confirmation. I was waiting for this whole 1-minute leg to get inversed. And, if price would have ran without me after inversing the 2-minute and I didn't get an entry, so be it. This was your fill if you entered on the 2-minute. Stop. I don't know where you'd put your stop, but personally, I waited till we inversed this 1 minute just for extra confirmation. 2-minute was a highest time frame, but entered here, stop was like right here, and I was targeting this Asia low. You could have also targeted this new week opening gap. I wasn't being greedy. We had a nice Asia low, nice draws on liquidity for lower, and we didn't make a huge rebalance of this leg. So I was like, all right, we'll probably maybe hit this low, get break even, and call it a day. But go break even at this internal low. Break even here, full TP at Asia. What do we do here? Get break even. Sorry, not get break even. Go break even there. And price ends up running Asia low. And I was all out there for 1 to 1.74 R. And the second trade I ended up taking, we tapped in this new week opening gap. We got a 3-minute inversion to the upside. I entered a little bit early because I was confident. I ended up getting filled like right here. Stop was below this 4-hour candle low because 10 a.m. opened lower into this new week opening gap, into this 4-hour gap, and we got a reaction out of it. I did end up going break even when we took out this high on the S&P 500, took it out right here, ended up going break even, and I got stopped at break even right here. So those were the 2 trades I did end up taking. 1 win, 1 break even, and a pretty solid day. I am expecting us to deliver higher off of this 4-hour gap and new week opening gap. We haven't tagged it yet, but I'm assuming we'll tag the 50% of this new week opening gap and then eventually move higher. But high time frame, 4-hour open low. And if you look at the how the 4-hour candle is forming, see we're creating that wick. Right now we're sitting right here, and most likely we will close high. So that was the trade recap for today. Really nice day. And yeah, hopefully you learned something.